Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to Unwritten, a space where it's safe to reflect, release what no longer serves you, rebuild what feels true, and rise into who you are becoming. I'm your host, Joanie, and let's dive in. Yay! I am so excited to start that podcast with you all. I am really excited and happy. So let's begin. Today's episode is about something we all face at some point, or to be honest, something we often fear to face, which is to be seen. Yes, the courage it takes to be seen differently. Because sometimes it's simply being seen as who we truly are and knowing who you are deep down. And knowing who you are deep down, but portraying something else, yeah, that's tricky. And that is something we might have done more than once in our life. And because there's always that little voice inside of us, that voice whispering, hey, will they still love me if I change? Or will I still belong if I show who I really am? You know? And especially when you've always played a role that made others comfortable, but not you necessarily. Hi, people pleaser. You might recognize yourself. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay that you acknowledge it. That is fine. And yes, it's also okay to acknowledge that your change might confuse those who only knew the previous version of you. hmm This episode is for the soul who's outgrown a role, a room, or a reflection and is leaning to stand in a new light. Yeah. To take the stage and claim the central spotlight. Better. Instead of staying where others asked you to shine, the spotlight will follow you now. You are the main role in your own story. And baby, they will adjust. They will adjust. And you know what? I want to talk about me. I want to talk about myself because I want to take myself as an example. I'm here today speaking to you with a new podcast with my face, my name, my voice, because this is part of who I am. Yeah. Yes, I am a performer. Of course, I am a performer and I love doing it. And through the years, I've guided so many people behind the scenes, and I realized it's time to guide in a new way. Since forever, I've known that my mission was to use my voice to help others. Today, I'm doing it, but differently. Through words, reflection, and connection. There was something missing, honestly, and it was community, real contact, conversation. I felt the call to build that space, not just for performers, but for creatives, artists, creators, for soul in transition. I knew I needed something new. I knew it, especially when that little voice inside of me started to shout. She wasn't whispering anymore. She was shouting at me and she was saying, hey, girl, I need more than what I've known. I need something that aligns deeper. And that is how this space was born. And here we are with Unwritten. I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you about releasing the need for approval. And yes, I might talk about that often, but this is really important. Release the need for approval. And what does that mean? It means letting go of the idea that you need to be validated to exist 100%, to exist fully. You know, that you have to fit someone else's comfort to deserve being seen. Here's a simple example. Let's say you walk into a room and instantly you adjust your tone, your laugh, your energy. You know, that is approval seeking. And it's subtle, but so exhausting. This is exhausting. And I want to make myself clear here. Releasing that need doesn't mean becoming careless and detached, not at all. It means trusting that your truth is safe in the open. Wherever you go, you are safe to be you. Even if even if others take a moment to adjust. Because this, my friend, that moment when your friends, your family, the people of your entourage realize that you have changed, that is a them problem. They will adjust. They will adjust. And it's okay. It's going to take time for them to adjust, but they will adjust. And if they don't, just keep moving. And I know, it might sound easier said than done, but trust me on that. You will feel 100% lighter. I swear. And for that, I'm going to give you 3 tips to cross that bridge. You know, the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. And the first one is visibility doesn't equal exposure. I have a story for you. A few days ago, I met a beautiful soul for the first time in person. We had talked online before for a project. We finally met. We create beautiful things. And then after the day, we decided to go to a coffee shop and we had a little cafe. So while talking, she told me one of her favorite colors is red. Fine. But she never had the courage to wear it. So she said, people already look at me weird here. I don't like that kind of attention. And to me, red screams, look at me. So I asked her, have you ever worn those red outfits? You know, the one she loves, the red one. And she was like, no. So I was like, oh. So I just add, but if red is your favorite color, doesn't it represent you? Because if you are wearing things just so they don't notice you, they will still see you because you are dressing for them, with them in mind. But if you dress for you, for your joy, for your fun, for love of color, the reaction's going to be completely different. People respond to energy, and alignment is magnetic. So maybe here, the issue wasn't the color, maybe it was the energy behind it. And she was like, ooh, I never thought about it that way. So I was like, yeah, exactly. Because when you wear what aligns with you, people see you differently because you feel different. You attract from the vibration you embody. When you are aligned, it shows in how you walk, how you speak, how you carry yourself. You attract what resonates with that alignment. You stand in your light, and your light becomes the magnet. So, yes, keep shining. Okay, now, second one. Here's the second concept I really like, which is identity is evolutionary. So, your identity grows with you. You are not betraying your past. You are not betraying your past self by evolving. That's the opposite. You are updating your truth. Every version of yourself was necessary, okay? They made you who you are today. So thank them. Thank you. But you can't release them now. They made you who you are today, but at some point, clinging into that old identity becomes a form of self abandonment. Yeah, because you are not rejecting who you were, you are who you are now. If you're standing in that past self, you are rejecting who you are now, in the now, today. So, yes, identity is evolutionary. And if you want to grow, you need to evolve. You need to follow your evolution. And that is okay. That's beautiful. This is how life works. It's all about growth. So, yeah, do not cling into that old identity of yours. Become the new you. So, it's not about the past, it's about the present. So, do not be scared to cross that bridge. It's just a sign of growth and evolution, and you're going to be closer to your purpose and to your goal by doing so. Okay, let's move on to the last one, which is the mirror theory. I love that one as well. I hope you're ready. When people react to your change, it is rarely about you. I know we are good as human beings to think that we are the center of everybody's life, but it ain't the case. Okay? So, when people react to your change, it's about them. You become a mirror. So, your growth reflects the changes they are avoiding within themselves. So, yeah, it's not your evolution that bothers them. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it ain't the case. It's the reflection of their own stagnation. I'm not saying that in a good or bad way. It's not that. It's a fact. It's the reflection of their own stagnation. Sometimes you didn't even trigger them before because the way you were acting around them was portraying something they liked to see or they were comfortable to see. Now your authenticity activates something they haven't faced or they don't want to face anymore or they're not ready to face again. And you know what? That is okay. That is their path. And if they are not following you in that journey, that's fine as well. It's part of how life reorganizes itself around new frequencies. That's all. Okay, let's move on to another topic. Journaling is my thing. It saved me in so many ways. I stopped counting. So I want to invite you to journal with me. You know, when the fear of being seen rise, sometimes journaling could be a good practice to help you out. So, I have 2 prompts for you today. If you don't have a journal, all good, no worries. Just grab a piece of paper, or if you have your phone close by, open your notes app and you can write down there. Or even if you're not a writing kind of person, just voice note it. That's all good. So, here's our 2 prompts to explore and help you to understand how comfortable or uncomfortable you are with the concept of being seen. So here we go. Here's the first one. Who am I afraid to disappoint by becoming myself? That question will open powerful answers. So, who am I afraid to disappoint by becoming myself? Family member, friends, partners. It can be society in general. There's a lot of answer here. And here's the second question, the second prompt. What feels true in my body when I picture myself being fully seen? Again, what feels true in my body when I picture myself being fully seen? You can close your eyes. Depends where you are for sure. But if you are in a safe environment, you can close your eyes and just feel your body. Because you know what? Body always tells the truth. Notice any sensations, I don't know, openness, contraction, fear, resistance, tension in the shoulder, What feels true in my body when I picture myself being fully seen? Just write it down. And like I said, if you're not a writing kind of person, just talk it out. The point here is to externalize what's inside you. It's to let it all out. It's a way to vent. It's a safe space that you can create for yourself as well. And writing down your emotion, your thoughts, that is how clarity arrives. So voila, here's your 2 prompts for today. So again, being seen differently is a rebirth. It's you embodying the current version of yourself. It's you allowing your light to match your truth. And that is alignment. Thank you. Thank you for meeting me here. Thank you for meeting me here in this chapter of Unwritten. If this first episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs this reminder too, and save it, revisit it, let it anchor you. Whenever the old fears return, come back to that episode. So you've been listening to Unwritten, a soul healing journey podcast hosted by me, Joanie, a space for reflection, release, rebuilding, and rising. Unwritten is part of the Soul Healing Journey, a movement I created to help you align your story and purpose with your soul. If this message resonated with you, tag me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at The Soul Healing Journey. And let me know one truth you are finally ready to be seen in. And if you're ready to rewrite your story, join me in the next episode where we'll dive into the art of rewriting your story, how to release old narratives and author your truth. If you ever felt lost in the noise of life, this is your reminder that clarity begins in the quiet. So take a breath, tune in, and let what's unwritten find its voice. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep writing your truth and walking in your light. Let the spotlight follow you, okay? Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Bye.